Oh, shit. How could I have forgotten today? Today is June 14th, and it's National Flag Day. Oh my God. This is what happens when you don't listen to the mainstream media. You're just completely uninformed about what's going on. And so our government has just pronounced that we are having a flag week, not just a flag day, but a flag week ahead of us. So forgive me if I'm wrong about this, but I'm supposed to fly a flag, the American flag, outside of my home or anywhere else appropriate as this message is being portrayed. Under the auspices of transparency and American values, which evidently now include the non-disclosure of evidence regarding torture and so on. And so I'm supposed to be flying this flag around now. Now, let me tell you something. I'm a citizen of the United States, but I'm not going to be flying any flags of any kind, and I never have, for any country whatsoever. Basically, what flag waving or flag displays is in essence the kind of nationalism which I have always been opposed to and always will be opposed to. You know, you can be a patriot one day and then it can be very discarded the very next day. So whether you fly a flag or not probably doesn't. Nobody in government gives a flying shit about your flag. The only flags we should be flying at this point is probably a white flag, and nobody will notice, of course. So, despite my little angry introduction here, let's take a little humorous approach to this whole issue, which came from Samantha Bennett over at the Pittsburgh, I think it was the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. I'll read you some excerpts here. So, okay, today is Sunday and it's Flag Day. And then we're going to have Independence Day. And then we're going to have Labor Day. And when we fly the flag because, there are parades and we can't have a parade without flags. And also because the weather is about to change, so we can't have the flag hanging out in the freezing rain, getting stiff. It's a darn good thing Congress standardized the official United States flag in June rather than in February, because in much of the country you couldn't stand outside and admire the way it flutters proudly from your porch for more than a few minutes before your extremities turn red, white, and blue. It's also lucky that the Continental Congress adopted the Declaration of Independence in July rather than, let's say, on New Year's Eve. Winter days are short and you just get that flag hoisted and it would be sunset before you even knew it. Summer is definitely the best time to be festive with our flag, when it can snap in the sunshine and billow against the blue sky. And a flag is very, very important. It is, after all, symbolic of something, including our newfound American values regarding detainee detentions, trashing everybody else, and just holding ourselves up as the invincible force for the world in terms of our righteousness and goodness. Do you want to have a global poll? You send a bunch of guys in parkas trudging down through the snow, and when their compasses go too screwy, then what you do is plant a flag. Every decent, self-respecting country that expects to be taken seriously absolutely has to have a flag. It's like a credit card. 2 years ago, the Russians claimed the seafloor, the ocean floor, under the North Pole by sending a couple of deep-sea submarines into 10,000 feet waters to plant a flag. What kind of a flag could withstand that kind of an environment? Well, it just happened to be a very flat flag, like maybe one of those geographical survey markers. Was it lit? Well, of course, the Russians can say anything, of course. Oh, it's the real thing. Very beautiful. It's Tribeca. It glows in the dark. And the weird slightness worms at the bottom of the sea salute it every time they pass. We're going to take a picture, but the pressure crushes the camera and the sailor holding it. But hey, it's totally there. Who is going to go down to check? Scuba diving under the North Pole to see the Russian flag on the ocean floor. The worst vacation ever. But hey, at least we claimed the moon by sticking a flag in it, and we took a video. Frankly, I think we overpaid for that real estate. And 40 years later, not a single fucking condo. Anyway, just to sum it up, nationalism and flag waving is a bunch of bullshit as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, it might be a symbol for some people, but it's not exactly a symbol for greater humanity. No matter how many stars you want to put on it. Good night.